So I really want to make more money, but I don't know how to raise my prices. So what is the thing that you're selling cost $1,000? How much do you want to sell it for? $3,000. Okay, so whenever you're talking to a potential client, you get to the part where you say, this is how much my thing costs. Yeah. Instead of saying $1,000, you say $3,000. But that just seems too simple. Okay, so let's try it. And now you can buy my coaching program for $3,000. $3,000. $300. Nope. $30. Now you're just going backwards. I can't do it. You got this. I'm scared. Get a hold of yourself. $3,000. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Who's bad? I'm bad. Who's bad? I'm bad. You're bad. I'm bad. Who's bad? Good. Now let's talk about raising prices for your other services.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year. It is January 2nd, so you know what that means. And before we get going with the automated pricing tool, I just want to take the time to say, hey, Happy New Year. Hopefully you had a great 2023. Hopefully you also had a great holiday season with your friends and your family. And now it's time to put all those dreams and goals and aspirations to the test in 2024. So I'm excited to be on the journey with you. Hopefully you will take this journey with me in 2024 to go above and beyond, to be much better than you were yesterday, 2 days ago in 2023. So I'm excited. So let's just get started here, guys. So, you know, the number one challenge that I find, at least for people in business, entrepreneurs, is to understand pricing structure, to understand why pricing plans and goals are so important. With that in mind, we knew that there was a gap, specifically in the leadership development space, for pricing structure, how to price things. So we created the automated pricing tool, and I'm excited to launch it here today. You guys keep coming in, and I'm going to share my screen here in just a little bit so that we can get started and get running, and you can get to it. So the first thing I want to say is that I know that when it comes to pricing, some of the things people struggle with is, number one, what should I price a product or a service at, right? Number two, what's my value? I don't know if my value is $100 or if it's $1,000 or if it's $10,000, right? Number three, understanding once I have a price, is it profitable, right? Just because I have revenue coming in doesn't mean it's profitable revenue. And there's a big difference. Let me give you an example. Let's say this water is something that you created, right? It could be any product that you created, and you're charging $5 for this, but it's costing you $6 to make it. So you get in revenue $5 and you get 100 people coming in. Boom, man, you think you did really well. But when you do the math on it, it costs you $6 to make this. So that means every time someone purchased your product, you was losing money. Now that doesn't make sense in any type of business. Okay. So today we want to help you with making sense of pricing, making sense of a pricing strategy, helping you go above and beyond. And you have this shirt on that says, get your socks on. And SOX stands for Seek Opportunities to Cultivate Knowledge and Succeed. And that's really what this is all about today. Cultivating knowledge to succeed. I'm going to type SOX in the comments just so someone can ask me later, what does that mean? But it means seek opportunities to cultivate knowledge and succeed. And today we're going to help you succeed. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Give me a second to share my screen. Boom. Share. Now you should be able to see my screen, and you should be able to see the automated pricing tool. I'm just looking at my computer to make sure that you're seeing what I'm seeing. All right, so the website, I'm just going to go straight to it. The website is automatedpricingtool.io. Now, I've already logged in, but when you become a member of the automated pricing tool team, you will then have a login password. I've already logged in. And let me show you I'm going to walk you through what you're going to see, because I want you to understand the power in this tool, right? The very first thing is the most powerful tool that I believe a business owner can have is this advanced price exhibit. Now, for some of you out there who are doing training, you may do soft skills training. You may have an all-day workshop, and I'm gonna go through some of these things. You may need assessments, right? You may have an LMS system, and some of you have the soft skill LMS system. Guess what? We have pricing in here for you, right? But let's say you're doing a soft skill training, and you're doing a level 1 training. Now, you don't know what level 1 is, but it's going to tell you. Level 1 is if you have between 1 and 15 participants, right? Now, you'll put in, let's say you put in 10 participants. That's what it's asking you here. 10 participants. We're going to tell you an AUP, which means average unit price, or most people say price per person. But in the business community, the high performance business community, we call it AUP, average unit price, right? So I want to also educate you, give you some knowledge here, so you can also start using these terms, right? So we give you a range here between $100 and $140. Let's say you want to charge $120. Now, what it's going to do is going to calculate that for you. So that means with no discount for that session, or if you're using teaching your customer on a monthly basis, that's going to be $1,200 that you're going to generate every month, right? And it annualizes it on an annual basis. Boom, that's what that would look like. All right. But let's say you want to reward your customer with a discount, right? Well, you should be able to understand what that looks like. See, understanding the finances in your business is important. Not understanding just the gross dollars that you're making, but also understanding the net dollars that you're making. So you see here in the tool, we put in different discount amounts. Let's say you decide you want to give them a 10% discount. So that means that's $120. You need to understand that. So from that $1,200 now, that means your net every month is going to be $1,080. On an annual basis, we're going to calculate that for you as well. That means $12,960 instead of $1,440. You see, now you're better understanding your business. Well, if you're doing this workshop, you're going to need to print up workbooks, right? So you need to take that in consideration as well. So at FedEx, if you do this at FedEx Kinko, it's going to cost you probably about $19. If you have an account with them, you can get much better. But I took the high end just so you can see what that looks like. Shouldn't be higher than this. It'll be actually lower than this. But those 10 workbooks that you print that you're going to need for those participants, it's going to cost you $190. You need to understand that. So understanding your print costs and how it's impacting your business is important. So now you understand also not only how much it costs, but 15.8% of your revenue is going to be print costs, right? You need to understand that, right? Now, let's say for your client, in my business, January is the month that I do price increases. And so CPI is called a consumer price index. That's a government term that's used to measure the cost of goods, how much they've increased. Normally it's between 3 to 5%. They put that number out every year, right? So we've given you an example of what that would look like for this particular customer, okay? At the dollar amount that they would be spending with you, if you did a 3%, gave them a 3% price increase, that'd be $432. If it's a 5%, it'd be $520, right? So now what you're doing is, you know, that get your socks on, seek opportunities to cultivate knowledge. That's what I'm giving you in this pricing tool to help you better understand your business, right? Now, you might say, well, Cedric, you're explaining it now. I'm not going to understand this later. Well, in the tool, I put in all this information as well for you, right? Explain what a CPI is, explain what each section does for you so that you're not just in the blind. But we're also going to do a lot of training sessions, right? So that's just one example. But we go all the way up to level 6, and each level has a different number of how many clients and also the average unit price, right? So level 5, right? That's 76 to 100 customers. Level 4, or let me go. Level 3 is 31 to 50 customers, and you can see what the average unit price is for those, right? So as their volume increase, they get some price breaks for that. Now let's say you decide, well, Cedric, I don't want to charge between $80 and $89. You say, hey, my customer can only do $50. Well, guess what? You can put that in there and it's going to still calculate that. But you say, hey, well, guess what? I want to charge $120, even though they're not at that level. Well, guess what? You could put that in. It's still going to calculate that for you. Okay. What we did is try to take the thinking out of it to help give you some ranges to use, right? So either way, it's going to calculate for you everything that you need. All you have to do is answer a few questions. All right. So now let's say you had an all-day workshop. You're going to come in here and you're going to select all-day workshop, 30 people, and you'll put in how many participants. Let's say you have 25 participants. It's going to tell you a range that you should charge. And actually, I just realized that they have to change this from per, it's not a per hour, it's a per person rate. Here's what you should charge per person. And then you insert what your fee is going to be. Okay. Let's say you want to charge $175. Now it's going to tell you what that session rate is going to be. And guess what? If you're doing this for a client on a monthly basis, it's telling you what it is every month. And now it's going to calculate for you what that will look like on an annualized basis. Okay. In addition, we're going to get back to the discount. You can select any discount amount. I just normally do 10% for easy math when people are looking at it, right? So it's going to tell you what that discount amount is. It's going to do the exact same thing that I walked you through earlier. It's going to also calculate what that workbook printout will look like. Okay, in terms of your cost, what percent of your cost associated with it, and again, your CPI. Okay, but we won't stop there because we know that you have more than just those things, right? Now, let's say you have an assessment that you are going to be doing, right? So we put in different types of assessments. Now there's all kinds of assessments. Okay. But we took some of the more common assessment types and put in here, right? So let's say you were doing an assessment, and I'm going to stop after this and we're going to have a conversation. And then we'll get back to all the different features of the automated pricing tool. But let's say you were doing an assessment, a DISC assessment. All right. And you had anywhere between 100 and 200 people. Right. So let's say you had 145 people. So you could put that number in there. All right. And then it's going to give you a range of what you should charge. Now, for my assessments, I charge $85. You can charge whatever you want. That's what I charge my clients. All right. So now it's going to tell you what your gross dollar amount is, $12,325 for those 145 assessments. But you not only need to take in consideration how much revenue you're going to generate, you need to take in consideration what your fees are. Okay, meaning what you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay for that assessment, correct? So let's say it's $25. All right, it's going to calculate what your net is going to be then. All right, but let's say it's $22. It calculates what your net is going to be. Okay, if you pay $30, it's still going to calculate that for you and tell you what your net is going to be. Right. Again, you need to understand that in your business, the automated pricing tool takes all of that in consideration for you. Now, let's say you want to give them a discount it's going to tell you, it's going to show you that 10% discount, what that looks like off of your gross. Okay. That's $1,232.50, right? And your final net revenue is going to be $6,742 if you decide to give them a 10% discount. Now, there's a big difference in just understanding a gross number versus, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute and just talk to you for a second. There's a big difference in understanding a gross number versus understanding your net revenue. See, it's more important to understand, it's important to understand your gross, but it's more important to understand your net, because you need to know how much is actually coming in after expenses are taken into consideration, right? So now, let me answer a couple of questions here. Let me just go to comments and answer a couple of questions, and then we'll keep going because this is a lot of information. I like Dr. Nick says, if you don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? Absolutely. Let's see here. Kevin said the automated pricing tool is a game changer. I definitely agree with you, Kevin. It's definitely a game changer in this industry. And this tool is specifically made for the leadership development space. Now, you're going to see some calculators in here that you may not personally use, because we are going to be expanding this to other business sectors after the first 6 months, specifically targeting the leadership development space. There's a lot more capacity here that we're going to be doing with the automated pricing tool. But right now, we're highly focused on and intentional focused on the the leadership development space. All right. So Kevin says, know your numbers, understand your pricing that leads to EP, and EP means economic profitability in your business. All right. So Edward asks a question here: with the tool, can you adjust the pricing? For example, if printing cost is $25 per manual, can you adjust that? No, that's a standard cost. I haven't seen the $25. I know FedEx is probably one of the most expensive ones on the market. So traditionally, I've seen it's their highest end is $19 for workbooks. So that's a number that's static. If you find that you have to adjust that you need to add cost to that, you would just add that on the back end. But that number is, we did a lot of research, market research on this. So there was not a need for us to make that adjustable. All right. So any other questions here? Cedric Singleton said, large companies have struggled with EP. It's a big deal. And let me tell you what, folks, Cedric Singleton is here, and this guy knows what he's talking about here. He's a former colleague of mine. You know, he spells his name Cedric. He forgot the K on the end, but that's all right. But Cedric Singleton definitely knows about corporate America and what they struggle with. And this is one of those things that they definitely struggle with, right? So what we're helping you with, we're taking things that we use in corporate, large customers, billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar companies, the tools that they use to help in their business. That's what we're doing. That's what we're providing you with in the automated pricing tool. I'm telling you, folks, I've spent a lot of time on this and done a lot of research on this. There is nothing available for small entrepreneurs with an automated pricing tool like this. This is going to help, and specifically in the leadership development space, it's going to help you do a lot of things. Jackie says, hey, this is taking years off my brain. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the whole point. See, what I want you to understand is, if you are a CEO or a president of a company, you need to be focused on strategic things and not tactical things. And let me tell you what, this tool is going to help you be able to focus strategically. And I'm going to show you why in just a second. Let me show one more thing here. So is this tool for us to use in our businesses, or something we can help our clients with to use in their business? Well, so you can use the tool either in any way that you want. So Patty, that's a great question. It's really designed to help you manage your business. But let's say you're being a consultant for your customer, and you know they're struggling with pricing. Well, they could also then get this tool and utilize it in their business, right? If you want to help them understand it and how to use it, and you're going to see some tools that I'm going to show you in just a second that's going to show you how you can help them in their business, right? So that's a great question, Patty. Thank you for asking that, by the way. Let me go ahead and share my screen again, and let me show you how you can help your customers. Even though I'm not targeting them, here's how you can help them. But this is going to help you in your business. So let me get back to the tool. So now we've looked at the advanced price exhibit. I did have one other thing here. Same thing for LMS. We'll come back to the LMS in just a bit, but I want to show you, understanding profit margins. And Cedric Singleton will definitely understand this and get this. Understanding profit margins is important. So there's several different types of margins that you want to look at: gross profit margin, net profit margin, operational margin, and then what we call EBITDA, earnings before interest, tax, and depreciation and amortization. But right now we're going to focus on gross margin. That's what you're going to be using in your leadership development business. So what you would do to understand your gross margin is you're going to put in your cost. Let's say your cost to make a product or service it's $5,000. Okay. And then you're going to put in how much revenue did you make, right? And let's say you made $15,000. All right. You click calculate, and it's going to tell you your gross profit margin is 66%. Your markup was 200%, and your gross profit was $10,000. Now, I explain below why that's important. See, I have profit margin goals in my business. Okay. You should have profit margin goals in your business. The company I retired from, they had profit margin goals. Trust me, I know they had profit margin goals because we got dinged on it if we didn't meet those goals. All right. So now here's why you should have, why this is important for you. Understanding your gross profits helps you better understand, one, the profitability of your business, helps you understand if you have the room or capacity to grow, to get bigger, to get faster, and get stronger, right? So I put in here some general principles, right? Generally, a gross profit margin between 50 and 75% is good, right? But a gross profit margin below 50% is not so good. However, in different industries, gross profit margins can be a little bit different. Once you're a subscriber in the pricing tool, I'll be able to show you and help you understand different industries, right? The detail of different industries and how it works. But if you have a gross profit margin of 80%, here's what that means. That means 80 cents on every dollar is coming into you. That means that you're keeping that. All right. So that's why that's important to understand how much money are you keeping at the end of the day. Okay. So now you can help your clients better understand their profit margins with this, right? But profit margin is just one financial measure, right? You need to understand your net profit margin, right? This is how much net income is generated as a percentage of your revenue. Okay. This is one of the like it says here, is one of the most important indicators of a business overall financial health. So same thing here. What it's going to do is you're going to say it cost me $200 to make a product. I brought in $600. Oh, just let me change the math a little bit. Let's say you did $650. All right. So now it's going to show you 69% net profit margin, which would be huge. That's a big number. Your net profit was $450, and the profit percent was 225%. Right. Again, we break that down for you here, give you some examples of what poor and good net profit margin numbers are. You should always have a profit margin goal in your business. And people that know me, especially Dr. Nick, she knows I've always said I had margin goals. right? Yeah, this is why this is in here. You need to have margin goals. It can help you better understand how to set those goals. But let's keep going, right? So let's say you are trying to understand how um, 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 the price of a product is impacting your margin. You would put in your cost for that product, and then you would put in a margin goal here, right? So let's say you had a margin goal of 75%. You would hit calculate. Now what it's telling you is $900 is really what you should charge for that product, right? To meet your margin goal of 75%. All right. It's a little bit different thinking, but if you have margin goals, you will make sure that your business is profitable. And this automated pricing tool is going to help you make sure of that, because now you won't underprice things, right? Can it help you at overpricing? Sure, absolutely. But more importantly, it's making sure that you're not underpricing yourself just to gain business. Okay, that means that you have to, your value proposition to your customer has to be stronger, right? The way you sell to them based on their explicit needs will change. The way you run your business will change once you start operating from a margin standpoint, margin goal standpoint. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the other things that this pricing tool is going to help you with as well. So let's say you are trying to figure out how much I should price it a product based on all my cost. All right. Then you would come to this selling price calculator. Now I'm not going to go through all of the steps right now, but it's going to help you calculate that price based on you putting in some inputs. How much it costs you to make the product, how much are your shipping costs, how much you're going to charge for shipping. What about your selling costs, right? If you're selling on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, right, they have fees. We're going to put that in there. If you have any transaction fees, right, from credit cards or PayPal, you got to put that in there. And then it's going to calculate what you should charge. It's going to, boom, I hit calculate. It's going to tell me all of those things, right? Again, the automated pricing tool is designed to help you. It's a game changer. I'm telling you, it's designed to help you better manage your business, right? And let's say you're getting ready to do your holiday sale, right? And you want to look at different scenarios, okay? So let's say that you want to look at a percentage off. You want to look at, a third off. You want to do a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1, whatever scenario, and you would put in your price here and hit calculate, and it's going to tell you the price of each one of those for each one of these different discounts. Okay, let's keep going. Partnership pricing. I call this strategic partnership pricing. My good friend Cedric will understand this and get this. You see, if you want to help your customer build and grow with you, you can't just keep saying, well, I appreciate your business. Well, you have to also then put your money where your mouth is, right? And help them with some pricing, right? So you do what we call partnership pricing. So let's say your customer commits to spending $50,000 with you, right? You decide that you're going to give them a discount. You're going to give them a 2% discount. It's going to tell you what that looks like. You decide you're going to give them a 10% discount. It'll show you what that looks like, right? So now, when you think of discounts, you don't want to just give discounts and just throw it out there just for the sake of giving discounts. You want to help incentivize your customer as they grow with you, as they continue to add more services with you. I have an account that I use this for to grow their business, right? So let me stop sharing right here and get back to the live here. There's different types of growth, right? And you have organic growth within a business, and then you also have where you're expanding that business. So traditionally what happens is a customer is buying, they're buying 5 bottles of water from you right now, and then they start buying 10 from you. Okay. It's just organic growth with their volume growing. Okay. Now, but they could start expanding. Now they're not only buying water from you, they're buying tea from you. That means they're working in one department. Now they're buying it. They're starting to let you do training in another department. Right. So when your customer does that for you, what you want to do, you want to help them help you grow. So you give what we call partnership discounts, right? That's what we do in business, right? It's an incentive to help them help you grow. So one hand washes the other. They help you, you help them. They help you, you help them. That's what the automated pricing tool does for you. So Patty said she has to run. She'll watch what she missed later. Thank you very much. Cedric says this also goes into business valuation. Yes, he's talking about these margins, profit margins, and understanding that, right? Let's say you grow your leadership development business to a point that someone wants to buy it. Well, they want to understand gross margin, net margin, operating margin, EBITDA. They want to understand all of those financial measures to make sure they're going to be making a wise investment choice in your business, right? Oh, I see my sister's on here. Will this format work for a service for your customer instead of a product? Absolutely, this can work for a service. So a lot of things in the leadership development space is service oriented, right? So absolutely, this can work for a service, and we'll change up some of the nomenclature as we go along and start moving to other industries as well, so that you get that that feel, but helping you better understand your pricing and how to price things. This works great for a product or service, just the same. I can't see the name, but it said incentives for increased business. Absolutely, incentives for increased business. That's how your business grows. We call it volume discounting, right? Before I go on, because there's more to this automated pricing tool, but what I want you to understand is pricing is a critical aspect of any business strategy, and regardless of the industry that you're in, regardless of whether you're selling a product or a service, right? It impacts your revenue, your profitability, your market positioning, your competitiveness, and your customer perception. And when I start doing some training classes on this for people who have this tool, I'm going to walk you through all of these different things, why pricing can impact, you know about why it impacts your revenue, right? Going in, but why profitability, why positioning, your market positioning, how it impacts your competitiveness, how it impacts your customer perception, okay? Because you price too high, perception is one thing, you price too low, there's another type of perception. Just imagine when you go into Dollar General versus you're going into some other store. There's a different perception, right? So we want to talk about those things once we start doing the training, right? We're going to talk about how do I know that the leadership development space is going to grow in 2024. You see, because your pricing is important because you need to be ready to grow in 2024. I'm gonna be able to show you data. See, the tool is put together. It's data driven, but also the thought process behind it is data driven, right? I'm going to help you understand what leaders are saying, because the data, I'm going to show you the data, what they're saying for 2024. This is why this is important for your business. All right. So now let me keep going here. I see the procurement queen is here, and she says this will be good when bidding on government contracts. Absolutely. It takes the guessing game out of it. You just put in information into the tool, and man, it changes everything. So thank you very much, Procurement Queen. If you need someone to help you to get your business certified as a minority business enterprise, a woman-owned business enterprise, veteran-owned business enterprise, boom, you need to be reaching out to the Procurement Queen. So I see that person that said incentives for increased business. That's Miss Robin K. Butler. Hey, Miss Robin, how you doing out there? Thanks for tuning in this morning. Appreciate that. So good. The perception of pricing. Absolutely. Customers perceive you a certain way based on the way you price something, right? They not only look at what you look like when you walk in, but they also have a perception based on the way that you price it, because they see that you value your business a certain way. So they value it a certain way as well, whether that's good or bad. But this automated pricing tool takes the guesswork out of it. This automated pricing tool is designed to help you right away be able to understand pricing. But I got another part that I want to show you here. So let me share. Are you guys ready? You ready for another part of this? Let me share my screen. You're ready for this? Go ahead and type yes in the comments, and I'm going to look at sharing my screen. Okay, let me get back to that. All right, so let me get back to the tool. So that's that. I'm going to come back to this profitability module later because that's more advanced. This right here is a whole nother level for people that are serious about their business finances. This calculator right here is on a whole nother level. So I'm going to come back to that one a little bit later. But let's just say, you know, everybody likes hot deals, right? Everybody likes to move in fast, right? And let's say, so we have a section called Hot Deals Calculator. Let's say you're on the phone with a client and boom, you're there and they're talking and they're saying, hey, I need to get a price from you so that we can move and get things done right now. I'm not a big believer in just throwing out pricing just to throw out pricing, right? Because sometimes you just throw stuff out there just to see what's going to stick. And sometimes people are fishing for your price. So, however, there are times where you're going to need it. You're going to need a quick price for a client. Now, this product is what we call always on. Okay, always on means any time of the day or night you have it, right? Whether it's on your smartphone, your tablet, or your laptop or computer, it's always on. So we have in here always on technology. So let's say you're at a coaching session, right? And so coaching session is always there. Question is, there's a question that we put here. How much should I charge a coaching client? Well, what's my experience level? Am I a beginner? Well, it gives you a range of what you should charge then. But maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're pro, right? So then it tells you what you should charge. But you say, well, hey, Cedric, I'm an advanced pro. Dr. Nick says, hey, Cedric, I'm an advanced pro. I don't need that level. Tell me what advanced pros charge. Boom. You have it right there. So you can give your customer a quick price and move on. Now, we give you a range, right? Because what I want to do is I can tell you, boom, here's the price that I charge. And that's one thing. But you need a range sometimes, because if you live in California in the high cost of living areas, you may need to have a higher price. But if you're down south, that higher price may get you kicked right outside the door. So we give you a range to use, okay? But we take the thinking out of the process. We make it easy for you. Let's say, hey, I got a keynote that they want to ask me for. I just got an email a couple months ago about this, and someone asked me, hey, we want to get you to come in to do a 30-minute keynote. What will you charge for this? Boom. So that's the question. What's my experience level? Let's say I'm an intermediate experience level. Boom, there you go. For 1 hour, here's the range I should be charging in. If I'm a pro, here's the range I should be charging in. If I'm a beginner, here's the range I should be charging in. It's going to tell you all of that information right there. See, it's quick. It's just designed to be quick questions. You don't have to put in any information besides select the drop downs. That's what it's specifically designed for. But let's say you're doing a mastermind, okay? So I have a mastermind. What should I charge? Well, how long it's going to be actually. 4 weeks. What's your experience level? Let's say you're a pro. Boom. Here's what your range should be per person. Okay. But let's say that you're going to be doing a half-day training, right? Here, what should I charge for that half-day training? Let's say I'm going to have 30 people. It's going to give you a range, how much you should charge them. It's a flat fee that you should charge them for those 30 people, right? Let's say it's hey, we're going to add in more people. It's going to be 50 people. Well, here's what that looks like if you put 50 people, all right? Now, let's say you're doing a 1 to 2 hour training, right? What should I charge for that? If I have 20 people, here's what I should charge for that. Again, you can switch that out. If I have 75 people, here's what that looks like, right? So this hot deal section, I believe, is going to become one of the more popular areas that you use on a consistent basis, right? But when you want business strategy, strategically managing your business, you're going to be using this advanced price exhibit tool, because this is going to give you the things that you need. And again, I don't remember if I showed this or not, but I think I did. But let's say you're at level 4 for skills building. It's going to tell you how many people. So it's different levels. Yeah, I did show that. But my point is this. The hot deal section is designed to give you quick pricing. You need a pricing on the run. Boom, you got that. Customer can go on and sign send you an invoice for that. But when you're strategically managing your business, you're going to be more using the advanced price exhibit to calculate pricing. That's the proper way to do it. But there are times where you need this. And the beautiful thing is, again, this is a tool that'll work on your smartphone. Now you can't have a flip phone now. It has to be a smartphone. All right. It'll work on your smartphone. It'll work on your tablet, and it'll work on your laptop or computer. So, all right, I'm going to go to the proposal section next, but let me just stop right there and go back and see if we have any other comments. All right. I see people said yes. Hey, Jim, I see you here. Thanks for tuning in. Look at my friend Angela. She got up. She's here today. All right. I love it. Cedric says perception of pricing. Back in the day, pet rocks were valuable. Absolutely. Inside joke. Absolutely. So Verstein says, could the automated pricing tool benefit someone in the realty business, although their pricing is led by the company who holds their license? Yeah. So, their pricing of their house is for this version of the tool, maybe a little bit different. But if they have other products that they're offering, other services that they're offering, this tool will help them. If they want to understand profit margins, right, this tool will work for them, right? That profit tool, the one that I said I'm going to show a little bit later, is more advanced. That would really work well for the realtor space. The advanced price exhibit, not so much, but the profit margin calculators, both the growth, the net, the selling price calculator, and the profitability module are definitely perfect for that type of space. And like I said, we're also going to be moving into other spaces. We're going to get more detail there. Let's see, is prep time included? So prep time is included in the advanced, in the profitability module. I didn't demo that one yet, but when you go through that, all of those things are going to be included, taken into consideration for your pricing. So if you're going to price out a new product, you're going to take that in consideration, and you're going to put that in your in the tool, and then it's going to calculate and tell you what your pricing should be. So it's a great question, Letty. Appreciate this. There's my friend Ella, says she loved this tool. Awesome. Ella is one of those people who invested early on when I had this tool that I was using in my business as an Excel spreadsheet. Those people that bought that tool back then are grandfathered into this new tool, so she got a chance to check it out. I see my friend here, Carl is on. It says, look for the call, couldn't find it. Will there be a recording? So yeah, we're live right here, Carl. So you'll be able to watch this. It's going to stay right on my Facebook page. It's on my Facebook page, my YouTube page, and my LinkedIn page. So you'll be able to watch this entire thing, right? So now I'm going to go to the proposals. Now, let me tell you this before I go there, okay? So now, in addition to helping you in the automated pricing tool, help you understand pricing and price structure, and how to price things and understand profit margins. That's one thing, right? But the other part is helping. I get a lot of calls from people asking me, so do you have a proposal template that you're willing to share? Do you have a business plan template that you're willing to share, right? So now, here is what I want to tell you. In the automated pricing tool, we have a section, and I'm about to share this. I absolutely love it. And it came out really, really nice. So let me click share, go to the tool. Again, you have your hot deals area, you have your calculators here, and then you have your proposals. Now, in this proposal area, what we've done is it automatically defaults to all the different categories, but we have agreements. You see, in high-level business, we don't like to say the word contract. It's agreements. Agreement means a partnership between two people, right? Contracts are more fighting type deal where we had some heavy negotiations, and it could have a negative connotation, but agreements. Our leadership agreement says this. Your coaching agreement says this. Our speaking agreement says this. So that's contracts. So I put it in parentheses so you can understand. We have templates. I'll show you what those are in just a second. Business plan templates, price quotes templates, proposal templates, right? And this is what we have today. I see my guys are in the background testing a couple of things out, but they're working on a few additions that we have, because this tool is going to continue to evolve and invest. But today we have 4 templates in here, proposal templates, and we're going to have more. So now let me go back up to agreements. So within our agreement templates, you notice that these on the left side says edit template versus this says view template. Okay. Edit template means you can click on it. Like I'm going to click on this one. Oh, they're working on it because they're making some changes that I asked them to make yesterday. So what happens is with this edit template, you will be able to edit this online. So you'll click edit, the document will open up, and you'll be able to put in your information. So let's say, for example, you're going to put in your company name, your company address, your pricing. You're going to be able to edit right online, your pricing, the dates, the training that you're going to do, all of that stuff right online, and then just click download, and the document is there for you. Okay. So they're working on that part. But let's say we also have some that you will just view it, right? Meaning when we say view, that just means you can download it. It's already here. You would download it and edit it on your computer. So this is a template that I use, and I provided it in here. It says type your business name here. So you would just type your business name here, and then your business name is, let's say it's LaFleur Leadership Institute, is intentionally focused on leadership growth. Or if it's Verstein Leadership Group, Realty Group, boom, is focused on whatever that is. And we've already put some text in here. You can change this text if you want to, but we put some there so that, again, we're trying to make this easy for you. You put your client name, put your program theme here, right? So this one, you would just click download and download it right to your computer, and then you can make all the edits, right? All right, so let me go back here. The ones that are the ones that are edits, they are finishing up some of those things here. So you'll have access to that to edit those right online. All right. Business plans. We have a one-page business plan. We have a couple of different business plan templates. We have a 12-month marketing and profit plan. We have a long form business plan. Some people need or wanted a long form business plan template. Boom. That template is here. All you would do is click on view template and you can download it right to your computer and put in your information, right? Price quotes. Price quotes are great. Again, this is another time where you just need a quick price quote for either a bid or for a customer that says, hey, yeah, we agree in principle to these things. You would put in that price quote. Let me show you one here. So for example, this one, I think I put in like the leadership game here so that it's a great example for you. Open it up here. Oh, well, you may, yeah, I think you should be able to see that. So you can see here, I put in what that price quote looks like, right? So then you could edit this right on your computer to Word doc and just put in your information. If it's a soft skill workshop, how many people, how much you're going to charge. If it's a leadership game, how many people, what you're going to charge. Boom. Very simple. All right. We've done the exact same thing with proposals. We have several different proposal templates in here. All of these right now are going to be downloadable, and you would then edit them on your computer. Long term, we are going to have these where you'll be able to edit it right online as well. But today, you'll be able to download these and edit those right on your computer, right? So that's each area of the pricing tool, so that when you get ready to utilize this tool, one of the things that you'll see and notice is on the front homepage of the automated pricing tool, we give you a lot of information to help you understand what each module is about, why it's important, right? Again, SOCS. Seek opportunities to cultivate knowledge and succeed. That's the purpose. That's what I want that's what I wanted to do to help. All right. So now let me see if there's any questions here. It says, love it. Is this data stored or saved? What is the security measures? The data for what? So tell me what the data you're talking about. If you're talking about the data, the information that you put into the calculators, none of that's stored. It's really right on your computer. So there's no information that's stored on the proposal. So that's actually going to be stored on your computer. There's nothing stored on our end on the website, right? And that was because I didn't want anyone to think that, hey, we were going to be looking to, poach your customers or anything like this. When you download it, it's saved actually to your computer. So great question. Thanks for asking that. So that way everybody else gets that. I see my good friend Darlene on here. She's also one of those early adapters as well. Awesome. I see my good friend William. Does the one-page agreement mean the summary agreement? No, that is a one-page agreement that you would what happens is with the one-page agreement, I just condensed everything that the customer is going to get, and I tried to put it on one page, and really it's not one page. It's going to be a couple of pages, but I call it my one-page agreement because I took out some things, and it's just going to be what the customer needs. So it doesn't have, I always put a schedule of events for my customer in there. The one-page agreement takes that stuff out, and it has a signature line for them. Here's what they're going to get. They sign it, and that's it, right? So it's just a simplified version, but it's not a summary of the agreement. It's an actual document that they can actually sign. They'll have the information there. So let me say something about William. There are a lot of people that say, Cedric, hey, I love what you're doing, and I want to do what you're doing. And one day, someday, I'm going to travel with you. William called me and said, hey, Cedric, can I come and travel with you? Because I love what you're doing and I want to do this. I've retired from my corporate job and I want to do this. I said, sure, you can travel with me anytime. And he says, well, when's your next thing? And I said, hey, actually, it was like 2 weeks later. And he said, okay, I'm there. And I thought he was just saying he was going to be there, and he would call me back and say, hey, I can't make it or whatever. It's too short of a time period or whatever. But he sent me an email within a couple of hours after that phone call conversation and said, hey, I bought my airline tickets. Tell me the hotel and I'll get that booked as well. He did that. He came and traveled with me in Louisiana and got to see the full 𝗧cie experience with the client in that day. So that's what I'm talking about when I say people taking action. William took specific action because he wants to do this like I'm doing on a full-time basis. So thank you, William, for taking that quick, swift action. Denise, I agree with you. This is a game changer. There is nothing available like this on the market today. I know what our struggles are in the leadership development space. And let me tell you what, folks, this solves those struggles. All you have to do is be willing to jump in and say, hey, I want to do this. And I want to do it in a major way. So a couple of comments. Love it. William took action. Absolutely. He says it was very great experience. Thank you for the opportunity. Absolutely. Anytime. So now you may say, well, Cedric, hey, this tool is nice, but I know a couple people sent me a message over the weekend saying, hey, can I afford this and all this type of stuff. The way that I always look at things are, one, the value that it's going to, it's going to bring value to people. Yes. And that's a part of my value proposition, is to make sure that we're bringing value to people. Is it something that fills a gap that's needed in the marketplace? Absolutely. It is. Do I understand the product or service that I'm offering? Absolutely, I do. In the advanced price exhibit, every calculation in there, I wrote those calculations. All right. And this is what I've been using in my business. Right. I have the receipt, the spreadsheet to show you those things. Right. So what I want you to understand is the pricing that we put together for this. Every and anybody on here can afford this. I did it intentionally like that because I didn't want people to say, I can't afford this, blah, 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 blah. Right. Now, the tool, the market, the market research that we did said that I should be charging at least $6.99 for this at the low end, but traditionally I should charge around $8.99 for this product. Okay. Well, that's the market, right? And could I charge that? And could I go and get that every single day? Yes. Okay. However, what I am charging for it is where I feel that people can't walk away and say, I can't afford this. Okay. So it's an easy $4.99. It's a subscription fee. It's an annual subscription, $4.99 for this product. Okay. And let me tell you what, when you look at $499, get out your calculator, because I love doing math, right? So get out your calculator. I've already done the math on it, but I'm just going to pull my calculator out as well. If you look at $4.99 in 2024, they're going to be 251 work days. So divide $4.99 by 251 work days, and you get $1.98. So you're going to pay $1.98 per work day for this tool. Now, here's what I want to tell you. The value that you're going to get from it is going to be way more than $4.99. It's going to be way more than $1.98, right? So if you want to try to convince yourself, hey, I can't do this, I can't afford this, then let me help you understand this. 251 work days at $1.98, right? That means weekends and holidays, you're not paying for this. So just use it on the weekends and holidays. That means you're getting it for free then, or no charge. Okay. But now If I want to play the sales game, that's what I would tell you. Okay. But let's look at it another way as well. All right. Because I want you to understand this is very reasonable. $4.99 divided by $365 days. That's $1.36 per day that you're paying, that you would pay for this tool. So I'm telling you all those things because I want you to understand. I know based on the market research what this tool should be priced at. And I know, and I specifically didn't price it there because I want to make it affordable for small business owners. So don't say, Cedric, I can't afford this, as I know that you can't afford this. You can't afford not to use this tool. One, because in the tool we built in to make sure that your business is going to be profitable. Two, we're going to help you understand how to set profit goals in your business. Three, we're going to, obviously, there's templates that you can use. The templates are, just an add-on type feature. So you have one place to get everything, but the value in the tool is in all the calculators, right? Those tools are going to help you manage and drive your business strategically. Okay. If you say, Cedric, I want to operate my business like you, I want to do what you're doing, Cedric, then this is what I use to manage my business. Right now, before it was online, I had it in an Excel spreadsheet. There are some people that have seen that Excel spreadsheet and they can attest for that. Okay. So I'm telling you, procurement queen said there's a request for proposal now that users can respond to and utilize this tool. That's a good price. Plus, it is a business write-off. Boom, right there, folks. That tells you you can't say that I can't afford this. Now, you may try to tell yourself, I can't, but I know you can't afford not to have this tool because this tool is a game changer. And if you want to win bids and you want to operate your business like I do, you're going to go out after bids and proposals. I say I look like I'm in the sun, but that's because I'm in my office and the sun is shining through my window here. But you can't afford not to have this tool. This is going to help you manage your business. This is going to help make sure that you strategically drive your business in the right direction. You're going to get away from the tactical stuff around pricing, the guessing game around pricing, the having to call people to say, am I charging right for this? What's my value? I don't know what my value is. What do I tell a customer for this many people for this type session? You eliminate that with this automated pricing tool. And on purpose, intentionally on purpose, I built this tool specifically for the leadership development space, right? I know the things that we need because I'm in it every day. Now it's up to you to get EP. Now it's up to you to get economic profitability in your business, right? I guess I need to put the link out there too. But it's right on. It's right. You'll just sign up right on the. You can go to the page and sign up. I can also put in a link where you can go directly to it as well. So let me. Why did I not have that already pulled up? But that's okay. I will have it for you. Just 1 second. But my point is this: there's no way that you cannot not afford this tool. It definitely is a game changer in this industry. And it's a game changer in the leadership development space. There's nowhere else that this tool is available beside here in the automated pricing tool. Everywhere else is just a guessing game. Everywhere else, you're just trying to think about what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And when I'm going to do it. But I'm just telling you, folks, you need to jump on this now and get moving, because you say, Cedric, I want to do what you do. I want to do it the way that you do it. This is the way that you do it, right? Get this online tool today and change the way you do your business. Now you may say, hey, Cedric, so how am I going to learn everything in this tool and utilize it? Some people are going to easily be able to just go into the tool and get it and understand it and run with it, right? But some people are going to need training. So we will be having a lot of training classes to help you understand the utilization of the tool. I think it's kind of simple. However, I do know that some people need to have training to utilize the tool. So we will have training classes so that you can. I just put the link in the comments. So it's coming across the comments here. You should see it now. Yeah. There's a link in comments. You can click on that link and go to it. Now I will tell you, thanks, Letty. She says, thanks, Cedric. It definitely gives confidence to do business. Absolutely. When you go into your customer and you have confidence in what you do and what you're selling, it changes things. You see, when they ask you for a discount or when they ask you to lower your price, but you know that your pricing is based on solid business principles because you get it from the automated pricing tool, you can stand firm on why you shouldn't change your price. And you start showing them where the value is in the training. So you get the conversation, you shift the conversation from price. And I always say, when I do a sales training for people, when you build value, you eliminate price objections. Okay. When you build value, you eliminate price objections. And when you know confidently that your pricing is good, then I'm telling you, you'll be more confident in your business. Thanks, Cedric, for tuning in. Someone said this is a wonderful tool that helps me with the guessing. Absolutely, right? So you have the link. Hope that you take advantage of it. We're going to be setting up some training sessions as well. Hopefully, you'll for those who have the tool, you'll join that. For those of you who have the tool, you'll also be able to, you'll be invited to our private Facebook group where we'll be sharing even more information with you on a routine basis. As well, for people that have this tool, I just want you to understand and know that we already have a futures list of what things we're going to add to this tool. So it's not we just put the tool out and then it just stays like this forever. No, we have a futures list of what things we're going to be adding to this tool to make your business, to make the running of your business better, faster, smarter, smoother. What is the title of the YouTube video? Are you talking about the video that I started with? If you're talking about that, I'll have to look. I'll pull it up and I can send that to you. I don't remember what the title of it is. If that's the video that you're talking about. But my point is this: hey guys, jump on this tool today. Get the automated pricing tool. You also know people who need this tool. You have friends who are in the leadership development space and they are struggling with trying to understand pricing. You've had a conversation with them around trying to understand price, right? They'd say, what is my value? Well, I don't know what my value is, right? I'm telling you, you need to go ahead and use it. You need to go ahead and get this. Ella says, I've used the tool recently to bid on a long-term RFP for a government agency. I have been selected as a finalist to present my services. It works. Definitely it works. I'm telling you, it works. Ella jumped on it early on. She's an early adapter and she used it. And now she's a finalist in her long-term RFP process. So if you want to do these things, folks, like I do, you need to start using the tools that I use. And you start using the tools that's going to help you manage your business in a different way. This is not a tool that you're going to put on the shelf and say, I have it and I'm never going to use it. See, because if you're talking to customers and going out, you're going to be looking at pricing every day. I do a lot of different scenarios, playing around with a lot of different scenarios to understand what price should be or what it should look like and all this type of stuff. So I'm in the tool all the time looking at things. If I have this many people or if I charge this, what is it going to look like? How is it going to impact my margins, right? I play around with the tool all the time. This is not one of those that you're going to buy and put it on the shelf and say, oh yeah, I forgot that I have this. No, this is going to be a tool that you're going to use every single day in your business. All right. So we've been on for an hour and 10 minutes now, folks. Any questions? I don't want to just stay on just to stay on. I want to see if there's any questions that I can help you with or answer around the automated pricing tool, helping you get EP in your business. If you do, throw those in the comments. If you don't, you can do a couple of things. One, click on the link and go ahead and subscribe. Number two, send that link to, a friend that needs this. Send that link to that person. Number three, if you have questions for me, feel free to reach out, text, email. Definitely give me a call. Today is probably not a good day to give me a call just because I know I'm going to be busy pretty much all day. It's the very first day of the year. However, text or email would be great. And then any other day, you can definitely give me a call. You guys know that. Hey, Tatiana, looking forward to talking with you again here soon, hopefully. But get the tool, share it with a friend. You know someone who needs this tool. You know you need this tool, but you also know someone who needs this tool. So make sure you share with them. What is my email? So I'm going to put that here. I have one email address. So I'm going to put this. That's a joke for Dr. Nick. But I have one email address and that's it right there. And if you're ever trying to figure out my number or how to contact me, just go to my website. My number is on there and my to contact me via email is on there as well. But I just put it in the comments as well. Right. And I'll put it up on the screen here. There it is, just in case. All right. So that's the automated pricing tool. This is the way to get economic profitability in your business. So get EP. I'm going to start the chant first and then we're going to get off. Get EP, get EP. I just put it in the comments. You type get EP and we can go on and have a good rest of our day. I hope that you found that the automated pricing tool is going to be helpful for you in your business. I hope that you go ahead and subscribe today to the automated pricing tool. I hope that you also share this link with someone else. Someone else that needs this in their business. So thank you guys very much. I truly appreciate it. I know this is going to help drive things in your business. I know that this is a game changer tool. I know that you can't get this anywhere else. You can get bits and pieces, but in an automated format, you're not going to get this anywhere else. I've done the market research on this. So again, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.